Hello, welcome back to the channel. 'Tis I, Derek, aka Child in Need of Supervision. We are back, finally, with another episode of the Bridgerton. Last time on Bridgerton, there was a whole lot of booty smacking, bumping of uglies, and then things got ugly because of a lack of transparency. So these two people didn't tell each other the whole truth, and now they're mad at each other. And then Penelope went and told everybody the truth, and now everyone's mad at these other people, and it's like conflict. They need to see, so much of this just could be fixed if if it was modern times and they just went to see a therapist. Couples therapy. Just fix it all. So this episode is called Oceans Apart, which is, probably a chapter title or a book title or whatever. But it's also like metaphorical to where these people are in their liking of each other. I don't know. They're upset. So we're gonna jump right into this episode because I don't really feel like talking a whole lot about the last one. So before we do that, if you would be so kind, like if from the just like the bottoms of your hearts, those cold, black, empty hearts of ours, if you could find the generosity to hit the button that says like, that would make my day. Or so many of you flipping people are watching my videos and you're not subscribed to me. Like, did I do something to offend you? Is there something I could do better? If not, hit subscribe, you ding-a-ling. Come on, man. And then, man, if you watch these videos and you're like, dang, he left out a good part. Well, I watched that good part, and if you want to watch me watch that good part, you can go to my Patreon. For $10, you can watch me watch the whole episode. Or for $3, you can just be like, I think you're cool. That would mean a lot. That would actually probably be better because it relieves some of the pressure of having to put out full-length videos on time. Yeah. Okay, that's enough freaking promo. Gosh, I'm being dumb and you don't want to hear about that. So we're just going to watch this episode. Here we go. The Darude Sandstorm? Dang. He shoots her. Shut up! You suck at the piano! Is this like... Are they doing petty stuff? Oh, right when he's about to take a shot? They're just pissed off. Yo, you are 100% not playing that piano, girl. Turns around and shoots her in the face. Teach you to play piano. Yo, he's a bad shot. After a while, I feel like you should just like tone out the piano. And then it just becomes like the sound, like it becomes ambient noise. Hear me out. The two of you.
Would you please
Murder
ask Miss
suicide.
Nolan if my personal effects have yet been removed?
Options on the table.
From the chamber and placed in the Duchess's rooms.
Would you please inform her, Grace, that I will allow no such thing?
Should I really deliver the message, Your Grace?
You cannot.
Tell Harry
Welcome you back in
that
after your lies and
I don't want to tell. Well, tell Ron.
To the least of my concern.
Whistledown has just arrived. Well, you should
Is something wrong?
We must pack straight away.
Yes, your grace.
I shall not let you out of my sight until we know whether you are with child.
Please
What are you gonna do?
Carriage.
Are you gonna force her
My space.
to not have this baby? Are you gonna push her down the stairs? Do they have coat hangers back in the day? That's horrible. Don't go outside. What are you doing? People will look at you.
A word as good as gospel.
Yes. Though perhaps if she can destroy a reputation,
She can build one up.
she can restore one too.
Très élégante, Miss Bridgerton. What a
Mon ami.
débutante you will be.
While there is no
Mwah.
castle in the world strong enough
Bigot.
to shelter a ruin,
And we shall go about our daily lives as if nothing has happened, as if nothing is awry.
And no one will be the wiser. Or pretending that nothing is amiss is the perfect way to lure the ignorant into submission. Is it not, Mama? Now,
I'm so very glad this has all been settled on my behalf.
Well, Colin, pal, you got yourself in a bit of a pickle.
Whistledown knows everyone's secrets.
and you are lucky to have learnt Miss Thompson's now instead of after your wedding day.
When I think of her, I only want to be near her, to be with her, despite all reason.
Bruh.
otherwise.
She lied to you.
I know that madness well.
Like, not just like a miscommunication. She outright manipulated you.
I will not speak on my duty.
Fair enough. I presume you won't speak of what happened on your honeymoon, either.
Nothing happened on my honeymoon.
I can't imagine your wife.
I mean, you were raped, so that happened on your honeymoon. Yeah, you can't hide. Just come out.
Not 3 weeks since we were wed, yet already you imagine me disloyal.
Is it such a wild imagining?
A little bit.
We both know your reputation.
He was willing to die
It's clear that you find there is nothing
to not ruin your life.
Nothing left.
And you think he's just gonna cheat on you now? You cave on your anger, feud that quickly? Come on, you got a little more bitterness left in you. Hold that grudge. Okay. I guess the anger feud was not that serious. No, they're gonna go back to fighting after this, right? He's gonna pull out again and she's just gonna be pissed. Alright. Interesting place to do that, but you know. You do you, I guess.
Should we go into the bedroom?
His face.
Finish what we started?
You must tell me that this Whistledown woman is mistaken. What she wrote, it cannot be true.
Oh, it's super true.
It is.
You are with child. I do not understand.
Yeah, the
We
Pringles
were
can.
To be wed. You said you loved me.
She lied, bruh.
I hold you in the greatest.
You are a cruel woman indeed to stand here and talk of friendly affection as if you have not just committed a grave sin against me.
Speak not of sin, Mr. Bridgerton. I did not come here to be
What did he
shaped by
do?
you, nor anyone else.
But you should be. You should be absolutely shamed. You just tried to trick this man into raising a child that was not his.
What I thought I must. I needed to wed, and you were the only man who offered me even a glimpse of happiness.
Bruh,
She feels flattered.
you still have to face the consequences of your
Lucky
actions.
that You chose me, lied to me, tried to trick me into a fraud of a marriage. You wish to know the cruelest part of your deception.
He liked you a lot.
If you had simply come to me and told me of your situation, I would have married you without a second thought. That is how, in love, I believe myself to be. But I see now that was all a lie.
Stupid.
I believe I would like to return home now.
No, you're going to jail.
After all, we don't want another scandal attached to you.
Straight to jail.
I have 100 guineas wagered on there being a Hastings heir within the year. Are you yet with child?
No. It's been like 45 minutes, lady.
Who is she? Your Majesty, whistle down. But I was thinking, clearly not fast enough.
Ooh, savage.
Patience has limits. Get me an answer. Your queen commands it.
What if she can't figure it out? Like, you go to jail? She cuts off your head? Like, what's gonna happen?
You have returned.
Why? What are you doing coming to this party? Think you can just stroll up after you just convinced Marina to be a jerk? Only Penelope can come to this party.
The audacity.
Indeed, the audacity.
They try to entrap.
Yo, no one calls me
What do you call him?
in like months.
I see him pieces from the news.
That ain't no thing.
Writers read it, but he will be quite well. The gentleman always ironies.
Sometimes I go a week or more without a text message.
People are saying.
Lady Featherington, I must ask you to leave.
But I have an invitation.
Not anymore. I'm sure you wish to avoid any further unpleasantness.
Penelope can stay. Yo, Penelope, you could fix this so fast, girl. Okay, you suck.
Do you know what might have truly helped matters?
You told her how babies are
If
made?
your motherly advice had actually prepared me to wed, marital relations.
If you had informed me about the things that were truly important,
If I'd have known the truth, then perhaps I... Daphne.
I mean, to be fair, her mom didn't know anything about this vow of his. You deserve it.
What is Sir George's surname? Or do you know where he is stationed? His regiment?
Whatever for, Your Grace.
I hear Jen.
He's at fault here. Perhaps I can make him come back.
A little bit.
And take responsibility.
Why should you be left all alone to bear the punishment for his crime?
You truly think you can do this?
I assure you, Miss Thompson.
Yeah, make him pay child support, that's fine. But screw Marina still.
You agree to throw your next match, and I'll make such a wager on your opponent that even half my winnings will set you and your family up for life.
My honor is not for sale.
Yeah, don't throw your match. Screw this man. I hope he dies poor in a gutter. What song is this? I know this one too. Is that your singer lady that you were told skip town? No, that's a different person. He's gonna think it's her. He's gonna start seeing her everywhere. It's not her.
It is quite the ideal situation. To live a separate life to one's husband, I am afforded all the freedoms of marriage while bearing none of the burden of his company.
And what of your children?
And the bubbles?
Cue the little thing from Finding Nemo. Bubbles.
My bubbles.
He likes bubbles.
I know my sister quite well. And while she is an unusually capable woman, she's not capable of fucking up this severely.
Do you not ever get tired of straight?
What is most unfortunate is the fact that your father was so absent.
Ooh.
He never gave you a proper example of how to lead a household.
Don't bring up dads.
You cannot manage it, can you? Your responsibility. You fulfilling the promise that every firstborn son makes to his father before he dies.
Them's fighting words.
I wonder what would the former Viscount say.
Ooh! Through the table. God dang, man. Them's truly was fighting words. Do you know how to do stitches as well? Are you gonna kiss again? Are you guys mad at each other or not? Come on now. Yo, just tell her why. Like, you still won't tell her why.
My father cared more about the continuation of the Hastings line than anything in the world. And so I made a vow that the line would die with me.
You made a vow to me, too. Or has our wedding day slipped your mind?
He didn't vow to give you a child.
You could not have. You betrayed me in our marriage bed.
That's true. The vow of marriage is a sacred one.
If your hatred for your father outweighs any affection that you might bear towards me,
Ooh.
then you are right.
Good line. Good line to use on him. What is stronger, your love or your hate?
No other event. But my luncheon.
She didn't say anything odious.
It is far worse. She wrote nothing.
Yeah, she says your luncheon sucked balls. Not even worth talking about.
Together. Our newlyweds are no doubt
doesn't even look at her.
Soon you will forget Miss Thompson's name, and it'll
She's not gonna forget.
be as if you never loved her at all.
And how have these precepts served you? Aside from being the most dismal, most troubling ones I've heard in quite some time.
It's a work in progress, to be sure.
I'm no longer in need of your services.
But my theory...
It is not necessary. I've hired a team of Bow Street runners to do a proper investigation. They will unmask Whistledown, and she should be made to pay for her impertinence.
Obnoxious gossip rag.
I mean, she could do that good whenever she wants. What is you doing? You trying to poison yourself, innit? Ooh. The modiste lady. Hey, yo, girl, what's up?
Mademoiselle Bridgerton.
This is my sister Louise, and we will be dropping her at home.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. This is awkward. She's gonna know.
Did not just have Marina hide her condition all on her own.
Well, of course not. Every servant in our household knew.
She figured it out. Penelope! Penelope! She's gotta tell you some stuff. You need to go into hiding. 4 seasons? Total landscaping? By Vivaldi? Where's Rudy Giuliani? He should be giving a speech. That's your lady. She's here. She didn't run away. Oh, you. Look at that pompous douchebag. Are you trying to just end the baby or yourself as well? That's a lot of stuff. Are you familiar with this concoction? Has this tea been passed down by your ancestors? How do you know how to make this? How do you know the right amount to not kill yourself as well? Are you trying to kill yourself as well? I don't know. She's gonna throw up. Or is she bleeding?
Can we talk?
Are you good? You good?
Marina?
She's just like
Are you still awake?
on the ground, like foaming at the mouth. Oh, for reals?
Marina!
For reals?
Mama!
I was right. Let her die. Oh, not pregnant. Don't let that be how it ends. Come on, come on. If you roll the credits, okay. I was like, really? Ah! Oh, come on. Okay, so. Alright, so she is not currently pregnant. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. So, if she is not currently the pregnant, that means that they will live apart from each other. So that's why she's crying. Because she loves this man. And she's like, yo, just give me a baby. She was low-key probably hoping that that she was pregnant so that she could have a kid with him and they could live together and, you know, eventually maybe find happiness. But nope, she's not, and they're never going to speak to each other again. No. By the end of the next episode, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. All right, let's go back to the beginning. So they start off just in this petty little war. Just she's playing the piano real hard, just playing Darude Sandstorms through the fire and the flames on piano. And he's just a horrible shot. He's missing every single pigeon that goes through the air. And then they decide at dinner that they're going to recreate a scene from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire where she's like, hey, yo, tell my husband that I'm going to move my stuff. And then he's like, tell my wife that that's not allowed. And then it's like, tell Ron yourself. I am not a messenger. In this situation, the help is Hermione Granger. Meanwhile, everyone just gossiping, hot goss about Colin. You know, he was straight like betrayed by Marina. Now, at first, he's like, I just want to talk to this girl. And it's like, no. Like, okay, maybe he thought it wasn't true. He's like, okay, I'll talk to her. We'll hash it out. Turns out absolutely is true. And he's like, you have betrayed me, the most grievous sin. And she's like, don't talk of sin. It's like, excuse me. He has done nothing wrong to you. Like, he's the most gentlemanly dude ever. And he even was like, yo, if you would have told me right away, I would have married you on the spot. And it's like, oh, she could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. If only she had been honest with this man's. He's so honorable that he would have just done it. And instead she lied and manipulated him, and that cost her everything. And I don't think she's dead, but you know, if she was, I wouldn't be terribly upset. You know, sucks for the baby. Maybe she should have had the kid and then drank all that weird tea. So yeah, back to Daphne and Simon. They're just pissed off at each other. They're like super mad, and then they're just in the hallway. There's like, he's like, I'm gonna just eat you out real quick. It'll take 30 seconds. You know, like every time I look at you, I just want to just thrust. And she's like, I agree. Let's do it. And then she's like, you gonna take me to the bedroom and do me right now? And he's like, no. No, not at all. We're done. And yeah, and then that's the end of that fight. And she's just like, is this what our life is gonna be? Just unhappiness? It is. That's exactly what's gonna be, at least for the next half an episode, and then you'll be happy again. Meanwhile, the Queen has a party. Everyone's invited. It's great. The Duchess is there, so everyone stopped talking about Colin. And then the Featheringtons have the gall to show up at this party. Like, you know, Penelope's the only one invited. Like, come on. And then, okay, then Featheringtons have to leave. Daphne and her mama have a chat in the garden where she's like, why didn't you tell me about cum? Like, you could not have prepared me for the fact that he was going to have to jizz inside me to give me a child. Like, come on. Although, if her mom had prepared her, first of all, her mom didn't know about the Duke's vow. And even, you know, even if she did, like, prepare her and was like, hey, yo, this is the exact method. Like, this is what, step by step, what occurs for you to get pregnant. That wouldn't change anything. Like, well, I mean, maybe she tells her, and then somewhere along the line, Daphne asks Simon, like, is it your seed that's bad, or have you made a secret vow to your father? Like, come on, quit blaming your mom here. She didn't really do anything wrong. You know, the only thing that her mom has done wrong is, like, care a little too much about just kind of, like, their public image as a family. And, like, I mean, she wants their family to do well and be happy. Like, she wants all her kids to be happy. And she kind of almost can't see the forest through the trees a little, or she can't see the trees through for one of, she's looking beyond her children. Like, if she just sat down and, like, actually talked to her kids, they would be like, Ma, I'm not ready to go out and be on the ton or on the season or whatever. I don't want to date yet. You know, I want to be a detective. Or, you know, I'm completely naive and I don't know anything about sex. Like, just talk to me. Like, she's not actually listening to her children. She's just kind of like, she's just looking farther ahead at the next step of, like, how can I ensure that my children are happy, when maybe if she just talked to them, they'd be happy. Daphne makes a promise to write to the general and find George for Marina. And it's like, I mean, that's super kind of you, but screw Marina. Who cares about Marina? Like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I was like, yay, Marina, you do you. And then I thought about it and I was like, that's a really scummy thing for her to be doing. You know, find that George guy, make him pay child support or whatever the equivalent is in the 1800s or 1600s or what 1700s. When is this? I don't know. Make this man's provide for his child. And then, you know, I agree with that, but still screw Marina. Like, after she has this kid, this child should be cared for to the absolute maximum. You know, have this kid have a great life. But if she had this child and then someone immediately went up and shot her in the face, okay, that's a little harsh. But you know, if she were to then, what's the appropriate response? What is the appropriate, you know, like, bad stuff to happen to her in this moment? Like, I don't know. I just don't wish positive things on her. Yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. Lord Featherington wants this man to throw his fight like an old-fashioned mob boss. I don't think he should do it. Daphne gets drunk with all not the single ladies, the married ladies. I mean, they're kind of single because they're married only in really, like, name, and none of them hang out with their husbands because they don't love them. And then the Viscount, Anthony, and my man Simone and Pumbaa, they get in a straight up brawl in a bar. They get in a bar fight. Like, it's kind of a library, but it's also a bar. Because they talk about dads, and he's like, like, they're just like both being like, hey, your dad's just would be disappointed in you. It's like, okay. Like, Anthony's trying to be like, your dad would be not liking you, and Simon's like, yeah, I already know that, dude. I hate my dad too. But then he throws back at him. He's like, what would your dad think? Your dead father that left you his estate. He would be embarrassed at how you're running this thing. And Anthony, who's probably been dealing with feelings of inadequacy about his father since this whole series started, is like, all right, let's fight. It's time to throw down, son. Let's do it. And then they fight, and it was a pretty short fight, but he threw that man through a table, so there was a lot of broken glass there. And then Daphne heals his wounds, and then they make out a little bit more, and finally he tells her what the deal is. He's like, the whole time, this whole series, I've been like, just talk to each other. Just tell each other what's going on. And he finally is like, I made a vow to my father. He could have maybe gone a little more into detail of being like, this man verbally and emotionally abused me, probably physically, like, for my entire childhood. Like, I was just a body for him to have his legacy go on. And I don't want that legacy to continue. He could have been a little more descriptive, but at least he was like, told her what's up. He was like, I made a vow. But then she hits him with the good words. She's like, yo, you also made a vow to me. Which vow is more important to you? The vow to your wife or the vow to your dead dad who's no longer here? The one you didn't even like. Like, if you loved this man and made a vow to him about something, maybe keep that vow, but you didn't even like him. Like, what is stronger? Your love for me or your revenge and hatred against your dad? Like, keep in mind, this man was so in love with this girl that he was willing to die to not cause her unhappiness. But now he's just like all for it. He's like, all right, whatever. We're going to be unhappy. It's fine. By the end of the next episode, he will come to his senses. It's a guarantee. Next episode is the season finale of Bridgerton. But yeah, so then they're fine. And then the queen hates Lady Whistledown because she didn't write about her party. Now, this is an important clue for later. The reason she didn't invite or write about her party is because she had to leave after 5 minutes. She got there and got kicked out immediately. So she couldn't really write anything about the party. Like, she had no gossip to deal. She could have said it was pretty or it sucked. It was gaudy. Instead, she didn't write anything, which is apparently the worst sin of all. To not even be noteworthy. What else went down? Some stuff with Benny Boy that happened. Benny Boy picks up the French lady where Eloise has her realization of, like, the Lady Whistledown has to be someone who was not at this party. And then she's like, ooh, Penelope, the queen's gonna try and have you killed. Like, you're gonna have to save her life. Penelope, you gotta save her. Then the concert happens. Anthony sees his singer girlfriend, and she's like with some pompous douchebag with his hair all done up, and it's like, get out of here. You don't love him. You ain't into this man. Daphne has her period, which is not great. She has her courses, which is, I guess, what they called that at the time or in that area. I don't know. And then what else? Oh, Marina is like, straight up, bottoms up, let's end this. And it's like, yeah, maybe don't do that. I mean, okay, I don't know what her intentions were. What were her intentions to end the pregnancy so then she can go back to like being a normal girl, or was her intentions to be like, I'm ending all of it because I can't live with this shame and pain or whatever. Who knows? And then it ends with Daphne having her courses. She bled, which means she, in her, at least as far as she knows, she is like doomed to a loveless marriage. Like, that has been her whole dream for her whole life, like, to get married and have kids and have a family. Not only does she not get the family, but now she doesn't get to love in the marriage. And it's just, she's not having a fun time. Like I said, by the end of next episode, she'll be stoked. They'll be back to clapping cheeks in no time. And you know, it will end happily. We're Gucci. All in all, good episode. Full of drama, like I knew it would be. Full of people on opposite ends of an ocean, in terms of their relationships, and possibly one dead person. There's lots of intriguing things going into the finale. Obviously, most prominent, Daphne potentially not being able to have this child. Well, that's wrong way to say it. Not being in a situation where her husband will give her a child, I guess is the right way. So potential future of a loveless marriage with no kid. Marina possibly dead. Possibly aborted the baby. Possibly completely fine. She just like OD'd a little bit. You know, she's Gucci. Penelope is possibly going to get murdered by the queen because she's got some people trying to figure out who she is. What else? Benny Boy is in love with the French lady. Who cares about that? Anthony, he's going to tell his French lady that he loves her. I don't think she's the right one for him. She sucks. Well, okay, first of all, she doesn't suck, I guess, because she's just fed up with the fact that, you know, even though they love each other, he will never like publicly be with her. It's like A-Train and Popclaw in The Boys. Like, if you're never gonna publicly admit that we're together, then we're not together. like if you're ashamed of being with me, then yeah, like, screw your stupid image, like, whatever, man. So she's like, I'm moving on. Like, I'm not gonna sit around and wait for you and be your back alley side piece. Like, that's not how this is gonna go down. So maybe not screw her. She's fine. But I think he needs to find someone that he loves, that also loves him back, that he can publicly be with, you know? What else? I think those are like all the important things. I mean, Simone and Pumbaa will come to his senses, obviously. I don't know, man. It'll be a hefty episode, 72 minutes, so it might be a little long in the video next time. Hopefully it won't be the longest video I've ever made. The longest video I've ever made was the Mandalorian finale, and it was dope. And it will forever hold that title. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this episode. I enjoyed it. It's coming to an end, you know. I care about this show. I care more about WandaVision. Yo, oh, man, are you guys watching WandaVision? If you aren't watching WandaVision, what are you doing? Like, what are you how dumb are you? Watch all 26 movies in the MCU, or 23 movie, I don't know how 23 movies, watch all of them, and then watch WandaVision. Like, within the next 2 weeks, watch all of it. And then come back to this video and be like, I don't know why I was so stupid. When, like, if you... The cliffhanger in the most recent episode, god dang, man. That's how much I love WandaVision. This is not even a video about that show. This is a video about Bridgerton. And I'm going to talk about WandaVision for the rest of the time. Just kidding. Those are all my thoughts. You guys ever use these roller things? Oh my gosh, this thing's incredible. Roll your muscles on this bad boy. Got this from Amazon for like 12 bucks. That's my question. Have you ever used one? And was it the most excruciating pain of your life? No, I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Do you want Marina to die? Like, if you... At this point, when you watch this episode and you see Marina, like, ODing, were you like, yeah, let her die? Or were you like, oh, no? Yeah. Just every thought that possibly went into your head while watching this episode, write it in the comments. You know, write a whole essay if you want. I don't care. I'll read the whole thing. I got nothing better to do. I'm sorry, man. Sometimes I just get goofy and I like don't know how to stop myself from just saying stuff. So, okay. Before I get even weirder, if you liked this video, please leave a like on said video, because that'll mean a ton to me. That will make me cry tears of joy. If you want to see my reaction for the season finale of Bridgerton, or for WandaVision, the superior show, if I'm honest, or The Expanse. No one's watching my Expanse videos. Watch my Expanse video. Guys, watch all 5 seasons of The Expanse and then watch those videos, please. The Expanse is incredible. If you want to see any future reactions, if you want to see my reactions to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, hit subscribe, friendos. So many, like, I looked at my analytics, like 90% of my viewers are not subscribed to me. Maybe you just hate me. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe you don't want to stick around for the long term. You just want the Bridgerton reactions. That breaks my heart a little bit. A little bit. No. Last and not least, whatever. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, my Patreon is linked in the description. I got multiple tiers. The lowest one is a $3 tier. That's just if you're like, hey, I like you and I want you to be happy and do the things you enjoy. Here's $3. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, though, like you sync up your own copy and you can watch along with me, got that on there as well. So, if it tickles your fancy, oh, man, I need to take a nap. That's all I got, man. Thank you for being here. You guys are dope. I don't say that enough. You guys rock. Thanks for not hating my stupid jokes that I make. You know, I try and take the shows seriously, but sometimes I just gotta make jokes. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Again, I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Just kidding. That was a reference to the Minnesota Twins 1987 World Series, Game 6. Kirby Puckett hit a home run to send the series to Game 7, and Jack Buck, the announcer, says, "And we'll see ya tomorrow night." It was an epic call. Kirby Puckett's fist pumping around the bases. It was dope. That is not the case here. I will see you next week. Peace.